Hey, 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 welcome
Wow.
to the what? Taking
Taking
the
the
Journey
journey
show.
together
The show.
show.
Oh man, we almost and you looked at me like you didn't know what I was doing
I
and who I
hey,
was.
I was jumping
Shocked.
on it. Yes.
Were you
Yes.
shocked?
I was
What
shocked.
were you shocked over?
We were getting opening applause.
Opening
Oh,
resp-
yes.
What? Don't we deserve an opening applause?
Absolutely. It felt so good. I just was like,
Oh, I know
oh
it.
my goodness, look at
Isn't that
this.
something? Isn't that something? Get
Yes.
right up on that mic too. So
Okay.
anyway, what is? Who are we and what are we all about?
I am Sharon or Zare,
Mm-hmm.
and
Always tell me not to mess with the mic.
I know, but it's down so low.
I'll just turn it.
I know, but it's yeah, I
Mhm.
got it.
Well, then leave it alone.
No, I can't tighten it. There we go.
Oh, okay. Good, good. Go ahead. Say something.
And so what's we yes,
Yes.
I am Sharon or Zare.
Mm-hmm. And I am Imar or Craig. Welcome to the show.
As we take the journey together again. This week has been just a great week.
It has been a
We
great week.
I tell you the weather has been wonderful, nice and warm, able to get outside. What a far cry from last week, and I am so excited.
I know it. I'm so excited. I think it deserves applause. All right. For those who are the first time who are watching this, they need to know what we're all about. Why don't you tell folks what we're about?
Okay, I have with me our new and improved belief statement,
Mm-hmm.
and it says this:
What's that?
We are going to relate.
Hold on. I got to give a drum roll. Oh, nope. I got a wrong drum roll.
Yep.
How about this drum roll? Oh, no, not that drum roll. How about this drum roll? Hold on. Okay, never mind. No drum rolls.
Guess who has a new toy?
No, we do not have a new toy. I'm just trying to get something. Oh, anyway, go right ahead.
Okay. The belief statement
Mhm.
goes like this: We are going to relate.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter what your mother says, your father says, your
Mhm.
children say, or even what Jesus says. We are going to relate. At taking the journey together, we feel the need to relate in a balanced way. By balanced, we mean taking the friendship and sharing on one side and the
Yes.
lover and sexual compatibility on the other side.
Yes.
We get the idea that we can be friends, but we can't be lovers, or we can be lovers, but we can't be friends.
What?
Therefore, I can marry my lover, but not my friend.
Yes.
At TTJT, we believe your best friend can be your
Your
best lover.
bestie?
Bestie.
That's what young folks say, the besties.
To that extent, we
Uh-huh.
work towards creating a thriving relationship, or what is called healthy relationships.
Wow. So from that extent, we try to integrate our besties, right?
Exactly.
Wow. I'm so excited about that, aren't you?
Oh, I am.
There's a crowd out there, whatever they are. So, what are we going to talk about since this is this is our first one since Black History Month? Come to think of it,
Well,
this is Black History Month, isn't it not?
it definitely is.
Okay, I was going to say.
So, happy Black History Month to everybody.
Yes. Mhm.
We are going to live in the wonderfulness of our history.
Exactly. So I want you to go out and share with your neighbors, share with your friends, share with your lovers, share with your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, even if your enemy. We want you to go ahead and share the show we just started. It's going to be exciting as can be. And we're so proud of it that no, I'm not going to let that one go. I was going to do that, but instead I think we'll do this because you're like, how about give me a big, oh, come on, give me another one. Oh my goodness. Does she give those good kisses? Yes. I do love them. I'm telling you, I know we have some new dog and pony whistles going on, but it's a new toy. I love to play with it. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to have a lot of that tonight.
Oh, we are.
Okay. So, we're going to be talking about, well, first of all, this is the first one. We just finished our reasons for coaching, reasons for getting a relationship coach or working with a relationship coach.
What is a good reason why? Just give one, because I know we just got to finish that for the whole month, last month.
One is to better your communication.
Mm-hmm. You think so?
I
Well, that's what I think about it. That's
Okay.
what some people think about it when
And-
it comes to
and if
that.
that's how you approach your
I'm
relationship,
sorry. It's
you
not gonna-
definitely need a good coach.
Exactly. Okay. So all of us out there, we better not laugh.
And we better not be mean.
No, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Just like that. No, no fair.
All right. You know
What?
the
We have her just stop for words. It's going to make me go like this.
yeah. I'm,
She can't take it.
I'm going to throw it out the window in a minute.
Exactly. She sure is. She can't help it. But if she keeps on doing it, you know what I have to do? Another one. Another one. Oh, my goodness. 3 slaps. Get it straight.
Hey.
Okay,
Yes.
no more. I promise no more.
I had a feeling it was going to be one of those nights.
One of those nights. One of those lonely
And
nights.
he's singing too.
Okay, no more singing. No
Yes.
more singing. Otherwise, I have to do karaoke.
No.
So this is all about 5 steps to better communications. Did she even
That's
get
what-
there?
I was on my way when
She
I
was
said
on
when
your
you
way?
asked me for one of the reasons why a person might need a couple might need couples coaching,
Mm-hmm.
and I said to better their communication,
Better the communication.
which leads into our topic for tonight.
Well, the communications that are going on right now with common people in the government right now is not doing well, because those in the government don't even care about how you feel and what you think of. And that's the reason why there are a lot of people getting ready to get on the streets. Hopefully people in Savannah will do the same thing, get on the street and start saying things about what they feel about what's going on in the government, because you got that right. Make sure it's peaceful. Whatever you're doing, make sure it's peaceful, right? Excuse me.
Absolutely.
But still at the same time, you got to be uncomfortable with some of the stuff that's coming down the line, especially
Yes.
teachers and your Social Security, your
Medicaid.
Medicare, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. That will actually affect your relationship. It will.
It's stressful.
Yes, it is.
It's stressful, and sometimes when things are really stressful, you have trouble talking about it.
Exactly.
And if you have trouble talking about it, then that means that your communication is off.
Or you do this. It gets, yeah, it gets you feel like the government's like a circus. And they're just clowning around with you.
He's having too much fun.
It is. Can't you tell by my face I'm having fun? No more fun. You're not supposed to have fun in a relationship. You're supposed to be very serious. So I'll be somber and I'll serious, and I won't do that no
Don't
more.
believe it.
Okay, don't you don't
Do
you
not
don't what you
believe
want? Okay, no more times. I promise you. Anyway, we really do understand that the communication is important. We got 5 different communication steps that we want to talk about, right?
Exactly. And these are ways that will help you improve your communication so that you'll have a healthy, balanced relationship.
Mhm.
And in case you're wondering why I keep glancing over at him, is because I just want to be prepared when he touches that. Notice I didn't say if, but when
I will not.
he touches that.
I
thing
will
again.
not tell a lie. And if I do, I hope I die. No, I'm joking. Oh my goodness, that's not even there. Oh, we're good. Okay, go ahead. You were saying what?
Yes.
Mhm.
I don't even remember.
You were
But
getting ready to
anyway,
talk
yes.
about these.
No, actually, I was
These.
talking about these.
Okay, I'm trying to help you out. So you.
Yeah,
you feel better.
babe, I got it.
Okay, so
I
I'll
got
put it back up in there.
No.
You want it down there? Mom?
I'd rather.
You'd rather have it down there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So anyway, there are 5 important steps to build better communication, and one of those I'll just tell you what they are.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is to validate your partner's feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and the other is to learn what respect is for your partner.
Yes. Respect yourself and respect others in your relationship is very, very important, right?
hmm
Okay.
The next one is to start conversations gently,
Okay.
and then be honest about everything. And finally, support your partner's dream.
Support your partner's dream. I have a dream that one day,
We will get started on this.
exactly. One day we will, and it will be not tomorrow, it will be tonight.
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I believe it. Do you
as
believe
a matter
it?
of fact, it'll be in just a couple of minutes.
Why? What's going on? In a couple of minutes.
We're going to get started with
Oh,
tonight's
okay. Couple of minutes
topic.
will be. Couple of minutes. I
Yes,
will tell you.
and he's got his finger on the button.
I feel so
He's got his
and
finger on the
strongly empowered. Oh, that was not the one I wanted to do. That really was not the one I wanted to do. There's no shooting in this relationship.
No.
There's no shooting in the relationship. Just like there is no champagne in the boom boom room.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, was it the boom boom?
I have no idea.
I did. Okay, you don't. Neither do I. It was Life. Remember the show Life? Remember the movie Life?
I remember Life.
With who was it?
Eddie Murphy and what's his name? I can't ask.
Martin
Lawrence.
Lawrence. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And Martin, if you're watching this show, that was she who said it, and I am not the person to be blamed, really.
And she would tell you to your face too.
No, she wouldn't. If she did, here's what you need to do. It is her.
I knew.
He's going to rain all over you like thunder. All over you like thunder. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Rain all over you like thunder. Okay.
And sooner or later, we're going to get semi-serious.
Well, we're serious enough. We just need to move ahead. Go ahead and move.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we have been talking about this and what we are doing, he's got me so on alert tonight.
No button pushing. I promise you. You.
I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
So the rest of the show, I'm gonna be in this position.
Oh wow, positions.
Oh yeah,
about position. But no, there's a position and there is a position. The physician usually tries to get you in the position and turn you in. Usually it's to pay him money. Too much money.
Okay.
Come on. Let's start with our communications.
Yes.
I think it's important. We're playing around, no doubt about it. But having some kind of playfulness in your relationship is so important, especially today, how things are coming down so hard.
Yeah.
You take it into your relationship, you will be upset. You will be triggered, and you will easily want to think that I'm going to take what is going on the outside and blame it on what?
You.
The partner. And it may not be nothing to do with the partner. It has everything to do with the outside a situation going on in our economy, in our government. And we will very easily, because we feel we're powerless, and we're really not.
Yeah.
But we feel we're powerless. So therefore, that which is the easiest to manipulate, which is the easiest to deal with, that which is sometimes the easiest for us to be able to hurt, which will be our mate.
Yeah.
And we won't use any of this communication.
Exactly.
So let's talk about how we can do that instead, not hurt.
And we're going to start with validating your partner's feelings. And one of the things that's important to that is, based on what you just said, is to make sure you speak to that, especially if you have already hurt their feelings because you're just so frustrated about other things.
Exactly.
You know, you need to start with what kind of statement?
A bridge statement.
Yes, that lets them know that you are aware of how they're feeling, especially if you need to,
Did you say a bridge statement?
Yes.
Man, I can't believe it. She remembered a bridge statement. That deserves a... Remembered a bridge statement. That deserves that. Yeah, she does deserve that.
So you start off by saying, sweetheart, I know you're frustrated about what's going on and what you've heard. Yeah. And you feel helpless in a lot of ways. And it's okay to feel helpless.
Yes.
But sweetheart, that hurt my feelings, what you said and how you said it.
I had to say that this morning to you because you hurt my feelings this morning.
I did, and I apologize.
Yes, you did. You apologized, and I kind of felt like it was halfway decent, but my feelings were still hurt when you left. I put my head in the pillow and I cried. It's the blues so bad. I cried my eyes out. I really did. I'm sorry. I didn't.
I'm glad you put them back in.
Yeah, I did. In fact, my head hit the pillow. Instead, I went.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I went back to bed.
Just one of them nights.
Okay. So you're talking about validating your feelings.
Yes.
What kind of feelings are we talking about in this case? The build emotions that are or angry, build emotions that make you feel fearful, build emotions that in turn have you scared. I mean, what kind of emotions are we talking about when it comes to communication?
It doesn't matter what type of emotions it is.
Mhm.
You have to acknowledge that your partner has, that it's okay for your partner to have those feelings, that there's nothing wrong with it, and that you understand, accept, and you want to work within those parameters.
So by understanding someone else's emotion, I think the key thing that you said here, understanding someone's emotions, no matter what and how they feel. I know some of us will say, "Uh-oh, she's wrong when she says that," but really, it's not, because the emotions that she's talking about that we're trying to feel or we should feel is not our emotions; it's the other person's emotion.
Exactly.
That's what empathy is all about when it comes
Yes.
to feeling someone else's emotion. When you feel that other person's emotions, I know this is hard to believe because even it's hard for me to understand sometimes. You will then validate the emotions, first of all.
Yeah.
In the customer service world, which I have been in many a times, one of the things I use in the customer service world, and so do good customer service people, is to repeat back that which a person said.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, it gives the feeling to the other person that what?
That they're heard.
That they're heard.
Yes.
Exactly. How many people have talked to customer service people out there if they do not repeat back what you said at all? And it especially happens when you repeat back something that in turn was a frustrating moment that you were having, period, with this particular company. And therefore you were expressing your emotions and what you were speaking, and they didn't want to hear it at all. And they will bypass it and then talk back to you in such a way that says, I want to move on.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the cows over there.
Yeah. And that's one of the
Mhm.
worst things, that when you bring up
Isn't it?
customer service people, one of the worst things that you can be in a situation with them is when
Mhm.
you're calling in because
Mhm.
you're dissatisfied and they are troubleshooting by the book.
Exactly.
They don't take
Wrong book too, but
exactly. They don't take into consideration that you are an individual that has individual issues. You are an individual
yeah.
that,
Mhm.
maybe it can be worked out if they just see you as a person. But the
Mhm.
problem is, a lot of times they don't know how to communicate on the product that they're working with.
Isn't that sad? It makes me feel like at the end of the story.
I'm throwing that away next week.
I usually will hang up on that person
Yeah.
immediately.
But by the time,
Or I will say, I want your supervisor. I want to talk to him right now. And I don't want to talk to you anymore.
but that's still a problem. And this happens in relationships too.
Yes.
But by the time you get to that point,
Mhm.
you're already so your blood pressure has risen, your
Yes.
frustrations have increased. You
Mhm.
are angry now
Mhm.
when earlier, when you made the call, you were just frustrated. Now you're frustrated and angry, and you're
Mhm.
still not being listened to.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
and then and this is another thing that happens in relationships under those circumstances. You get frustrated, you get angry, and then you get
You're getting frustrated right now.
no,
Not angry, but
no,
you're
no,
getting
no,
frustrated.
no. There's a word that I'm looking for. You get frustrated, you get
Mhm.
angry, and then you get dismissed.
Ah, the old dismissed thing. Oh my goodness. Don't you hate
Because all
that?
of a sudden it seems like you're giving your partner the indication that they don't deserve to have the feelings that they have. They don't deserve to be crying. They don't deserve to speak back. They don't deserve to have their feel their point of view heard the same way. And this is the same way you get with certain customer service people.
Exactly. It feels
Yeah.
like a slap in the face. Yes, a slap in the face. It makes you feel like, oh
Yes.
man, I know how it is to feel like you got to. And
Yes,
you
it does.
and you don't
I'd
and
love to,
you don't
you
want.
know.
You better not. You don't want to turn the other sleeve. You don't want to turn the other cheek.
No.
Mhm.
But you do want to pick up toys sometimes and just
Mhm.
throw them away. You know how you
Mhm.
yeah, you just, yes. up on.
What?
Yeah.
Hey! I could do this instead. Think it's more like, but it's not. It's not really funny.
But
In the relationships, when this happens, and we don't take the method of validating their feelings, because many a times, because we're angry in our feelings, we will mirror them.
Yes.
Not even thinking if it's going to help it, but because if they're mad at me, I'm going to be what? Mad at them back in return. Not even thinking that is not how you're validating their feelings at all.
Exactly.
You're just escalating the situation.
Because sometimes we are so close that we connect with, I feel your anger, but I'm also having a bad day.
Yes.
And so your anger towards me is giving me an opportunity to release my anger that I have from earlier in the day. And the bottom line is, as partners, you are not really angry with one another. You're angry with other things, but you two are the catalyst. You two, well, not really the catalyst, but you two are the scapegoats. You're the scapegoats for each other because you're not doing what it takes to communicate properly. You are not validating. When we've talked about the bad side to it, but when you actually validate your partner's feelings,
it builds emotional safety. I know you're getting it. It does.
Yes.
It actually, what's that emotional safety is, I can be angry and they won't. I know folks are going to have a hard time with it because even I do. They won't take it personal. Not
take it out on me.
The same thing. Personal means they can understand that it's not them who's personally caused this emotional feeling they have.
Yeah.
It's not them. So they don't take it personally. Many times if that partner is angry and upset and saying something, hopefully they're saying it too, that it's not you I'm angry at. Maybe they're not. Any way it goes, if you validate their emotions, whether it's you did it or someone else, or they say it or not, they will feel emotionally safe that I can speak how I feel, even in angry, and vent. And you won't take it personally as if you caused it. Oh, that's how important. Sometimes you may have caused it, but you still shouldn't take it personally. Well, from the standpoint as if you caused it, or especially if you don't even know the cause in the first place. And what's that old saying I've heard before? An old guy used to say to me sometimes, do you want a relationship or do you want to be right? Many a times you want to be right and not a relationship. So it don't make a difference. You ain't about trying to validate. You're not going to try to build any kind of emotional safety.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that is another bad place to be.
It is.
Instead of that, you want to validate in order to strengthen the trust that's there. If you are dealing with your partner from the state of, I just want to be right, it's going to be your fault. I don't care what's going on. You talk to me in such a way that you are trying to get your point heard or whatever. I don't care about what you're trying to say. It's about me being right.
Yes.
Validate me being right. That is not communication.
No. That's one-way communication. That's one thing.
Exactly.
Sure. It ain't two-way.
Yes. You have to, the goal is to be in a position where you can strengthen the trust that you have between one another. Not to tear down at all costs just so that you're right.
And wouldn't you want them to do the same thing too?
Absolutely.
Of venting how you feel angry at something. Like right now, a lot of us are venting our feelings towards the government, towards Trump, towards his minions, Elon Musk and the rest of them, or making them feel very uncomfortable what's going to do and what they're doing, and invading the public trust and maybe the public pocketbook and treasury. So you're probably very much expressing your anger to your mate. And that mate, if they're not on the same page, they might be the opposite political side. It may not feel that way, but anyway it goes, it's not building any ensuring trust. Okay. Yes. And instead, it ensures that they will feel heard. Instead, it doesn't help them feel heard or what?
Or value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't feel the value from that.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have a right to get mad when you're around me.
Exactly. And
I'll say it again. Some of us brothers are out there like that. When we have a woman that in turn we want to be so smooth and so loving with us, we say, "You have no right to ever be mad around me. Watch your tone of your voice. Watch how you look at me. Watch how you in turn roll your eyes.
Yes.
Watch this and that. Do not change that energy to an angry level because we ain't going to be able to take it. Because to be honest with you, we are those kind of cats like that. You know, we the Snoop Dogg kind of folks. Yeah, that's right. We do not take nothing because we just too tough. How you look at that doesn't build trust. It doesn't build any kind of real value, right?
Right.
Yeah, personal value. Unless they are Snoop Dogg friend or something like that. Anyway, I think the point is being made, even in a laughter way, funny way, because we got to be able to do that in a relationship, especially in times like this. Huh?
Yes. And another value,
Mhm.
another point that is worthwhile in validation, another reason to validate is when you validate your partner's feelings, you reduce defensiveness, you foster openness, and you begin a meaningful dialogue.
A meaningful dialogue. Oh my goodness. How many of us are actually fostering meaningful dialogues in our relationship?
That's a good question. And I mean,
how many?
You can start that by simply saying, "Sweetheart, I know that you are frustrated right now. I know you're angry right now. I know you've had a tough day, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get you a little sip of wine, and then I'm going to come back, and hopefully you will be ready to tell me what's going on, what's really bothering."
Yeah, what's really on your mind? Why are you seeming to every time I look at you, you just like me mugging me, and I ain't did nothing.
Well, you don't necessarily want to go that far.
Yeah, exactly. Well, sometimes it does happen. Go that far. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but you don't want to go that far right off the bat. I don't think.
Huh?
I don't think you want to go that far right off the bat.
But there's some people that do go that far right off the bat. They are just like mean mugging. I'm talking about because we're trying to say that even when that person doesn't feel right, even when that person doesn't feel like they are, how could I say it, in the right stage of mind, many times they will in turn use that mean mug look as being a defense of you better stay away from me. I know you see me do that sometimes. You come in the house, you're feeling good from the job, the kids treated you nice, had a nice drive home. You come in, you run into the office, look at me, I look at you, and I give you that mean mug.
Yeah.
And you immediately go, like, there's that Jason mask on him. This is not good. And you want to do this sometimes. And you're like, oh, shoot, if I do that, it may not work out well. But I know you feel like that, right?
I don't really want to do that. I just want to go back out, get in the car, and drive away.
Yeah, exactly.
And drive around the block a few times and then come back. But I know that that is not the answer to the situation. That is not saying that you have a right to feel the way you feel. That's saying, I don't want to be bothered, which I may not want to be bothered because at that time, I'm not feeling it. I'm finally getting home after being gone for, 10 hours or so.
Exactly. So let's break off a little bit. We're going to keep on going. Hopefully we'll finish this subject today. Maybe not. And we stopped with number 2, right?
Yes, we're getting ready to start number 2.
Okay. So let's go to what's it called again?
A break.
We'll go to a break and we should be right back. Hold on. Let your friends, your neighbors, and your lover know that taking the journey together, the what kind of couple? Coach?
Mind at Rest. Couples coaching
is what we do. We'll be right back. We are back again. Taking the journey together. I'm on answer. I promise I won't use these buttons as freely as I have did before the next time around. Just like a kid playing the candy store.
The operative words here is as freely.
Yes. It won't be as free. So where were we before we left and did what we were doing?
Well, we have one more thing to do, because if you are interested in finding a relationship coach, do contact us at taking the journey together at gmail.com. That
exactly.
is taking the journey together
right down there
at gmail.com. Or you can call us at 786-763-1324. 786-763-1324.
Exactly. Where else can they see us, by the way?
Well, they can't see us anywhere but here on our Black Media.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
And that's a Thursday
Or Taking the Journey itself together on Facebook.
Yes, at 6 o'clock on Thursday evenings. Or you can listen to us on WRUU 107.5 on Saturday mornings from 9 to 10 a.m.
She got that 107.5 WRUU. She deserved that. All right.
And I
bow to it. Yeah, bow to it. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
So and we will be glad to talk to you and help you get your relationship on the right track, or make sure it stays on the right track, depending on where you are in your relationship.
Exactly. Depending on where you are. You might be down the street or up the street, or they might be driving you up the wall. Right?
Playing with dogs.
No, they would never do that, because if you did, you have to do that twice. Slap them on both sides of the face.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Where were we?
We were about to talk about the second way to improve your communications, and that is to learn what respect is to your partner.
What is actually, when you think about respect, what is respect?
You know what? All of a sudden, I thought about that song about that Aretha Franklin had.
Yes. What was that?
Respect, R-E-S-P-C-T.
You want to
find out what it means
to me. Wow. I was hoping you were going to sing it for us, because I figured you had the ability to be able to do that. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
And so, you know, what is respectful to everyone is something different. I know with my students a lot, they will turn around and they'll tell each other to shut up. And I'm like, oh, no. Don't do that. Shut up to me is extremely rude.
It is.
And it just kind of belittles a person when you are that way. But there are other people who don't think twice about telling somebody to shut up.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And generally when you tell somebody to shut up, it is filled with a lot of venom.
Okay.
You know, but if you say, would you please be quiet? Or I don't want to hear what you're saying right now. It has a softer feel to it, and it's more likely to be, you know, accepted by the person. But when you when you tell somebody to shut up, it's usually in an angry, harsh manner.
It is.
And so
too hard. I mean, like this. So if you said that to someone, would that be a too hard manner? No, I don't think that down. Okay. What would you do if I did that to you? Would you be? No, you wouldn't take me seriously. I know you would. But I'm supposed to be trying to communicate with you in such a. Isn't that a gentle way? That's not a gentle way.
No,
gentle.
That is like
gentile.
That is probably that would be taken as blowing me off, and I probably would look at you.
And what? And what? Tell me, what would you do?
Turn around.
And what?
Walk away. There would be no more dialogue.
There would be no slapping.
More communication. There would be no slapping. There would just be exiting.
You wouldn't give me this. You, oh my goodness. See, that's how mean you are. I figured you'd give me a big kiss at least. A big wet kiss too. One more time. Big kiss. I got it. See, that smile is much better. A smile is just a frown turned upside down, my friend. So I'm glad to see that you are smiling. You got a much prettier smile when you do that anyway. But I'm trying to also at the same time bring it home where the goats can get it and make it something.
Yes.
I think it's important that sometimes that can happen. Now, I don't know how well you'll keep yourself separated during that time, not being personal, so you can do that. Because sometimes when a person's angry, if you take some of the approach that we're talking about and you do making something a joke out of it, you do make something laugh about it, you could definitely change the dynamics and their energy. I think that's important too.
As long as you don't irritate them more.
Well, it all depends. Maybe that person in turn thinks you're the one that behind it in the first place. They might think you're mocking. They might think that you in turn are trying to patronize them. But if you're not really the person behind it, and then no.
But also you have to pick the right time.
True.
Because it could be one of those situations, if you do it at the wrong time, instead of them feeling like you're respecting their feelings or you're respecting them where they are, they may take it that you are disrespecting them.
Exactly.
And that will just exacerbate the situation.
Well, sometimes as Black folks, we figure we expect to be respected all the time. Every time. I remember one time my sister told me when I was arguing about this situation, I deserve my respect. I deserve my respect. She was looking all angry and mad at me. And I'm right in the middle of a whole bunch of sisters that looked like they would get ready to beat me up or they were going to at least slap a couple of times. No, I'm not going to push any button on that one because they might try to do that. And I looked at them, gave them all a look one by one. And I said, okay, but respect goes both ways.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. And they kind of looked back and thought for a second. And one of them, who really wasn't part of it, she just broke out and laughed. She broke out and laughed and said, yeah, you're right about that. So I think it's important for us to know in the area of respect and what it means to me. Means, what does it mean to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It should also be thought about what does it mean to that other person, to them too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that was my point with the whole shut up thing. The kids, they don't get it at first. And then after a few times of me correcting them and explaining to them each time I correct them on that, they start to come around. And this one kid said to me, my mom tells me to shut up all the time.
Oh wow.
And I don't like it. It doesn't make me feel good. I said, so why do you tell other people to shut up?
Wow. See, there's an example right there.
Yeah.
Why do you tell people to shut up? What did you say?
He said something to me.
He didn't tell you to shut up, did he?
Oh, no.
Oh,
because he had...
Why would, and if he would have told you to shut up, what would you do?
No, I wouldn't have.
I'm just wondering, what would you do?
If he had told me to shut up, you could only see.
What would you have did if he told you to shut up in your class in front of everybody?
If he had
tell me.
If he had told me to shut up,
what would you do?
Everyone, I would have first said,
"What?" You would have said, "What?" Would you said this? What? Is that what you said? Great. Is that what you said? Wow.
Oh,
he would not have took you seriously if you said great.
No, but he would have taken me seriously if I would have said, okay, as soon as you get your phone and meet me in the hallway.
Oh, Chibi.
Yeah.
Where was he going then? Down to the...
No, he was going in the hallway. He would have been going into the hallway outside my classroom. And he would have called a parent on his phone.
Oh, okay.
And he would have told the parent why he is calling. Explained what he had done. And once that was over,
Mm-hmm. You'll never darken his doorway in your class again, at least not for that day.
then he'd come back in the
Oh,
classroom
okay.
because I don't think it serves any purpose to keep a kid out of class
Okay.
for certain things.
But I hope you still have schools going on then too. But anyway.
School's gonna go on somewhere, somehow, somewhere. But he would have talked to a parent, and then I would have talked to the parent.
Okay.
And then I would have let the parent know that he's going to be written up for disrespect.
Yeah.
And then we'd have a nice little conversation about respect.
And then the other side is he needs to learn how to respect himself. Because one thing is for sure, you're right about it. When people, in turn, many times don't respect you, they can find that if you're a respectable person to society, to the community, to the class, and someone tries to disrespect you, they don't even know that really what's going on is they're disrespecting themselves.
Yeah.
They are disrespecting themselves. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that one of the reasons it's important to know what respect is, so that you can respect yourself and others. Because a lot of people disrespect their partners because they don't have respect for themselves.
Exactly.
Yes. So
exactly.
So what we need to do is make sure we have an understanding about that.
Yeah.
As long as you have boundaries, values, priorities, demonstrate that you honor their individuality, then you're going to be showing them respect.
This prevents misunderstanding too, because a lot of people in turn came out of relationships with the mother, the father, or the last boyfriend, or girlfriend, husband, wife, didn't respect them.
Yeah.
In fact, they expect in that relationship more respect than love. Though I believe respect is in the arena of love.
It is.
And I'll be honest with you, since we use friendship as being our foundation in the first place, friends, that's usually the main basis of friends, is that they're real deep and real friends because they what?
Respect each other.
Yeah.
Even within their
differences. Exactly.
Real friends understand that you don't have to be a carbon copy of them in order to be a friend.
Exactly.
Instead, there are many times when it's good for you to be and okay for you to be a opposite reflection of them. And when I say an opposite reflection, don't think I'm saying opposites attract, but I'm just saying in some things, because you have possibly different backgrounds, different upbringings, different experiences, you may have a different outlook on certain situations than they do.
Exactly.
And if you don't talk about it and discuss it and do it in a respectful way where you validate their feelings, then what you're doing is you're bringing things down. But it's okay for you to have a different opinion than somebody. That's where you talk it out and come to a consensus of, okay, you know what, you're right on this, but I still feel this way. And that is where that dialogue goes. But you have to maintain that safe environment where you're not going to go into name calling. You're not going to go into saying harsh things like shut up or, don't nobody care what you're saying or, things like that is going to hurt somebody's feelings.
Wow. You really deserve that out there, folks. Didn't you think you deserved that, what she just said? That sounds so good. It made me feel good and
make you feel clappy.
well, those who clap for you do it at the same time. But I think that's important in our relationships to not look at moving in that area and think it's corny,
right?
Think that it's uncomfortable, or think that's only what white folks do. And then we treat ourselves in such a way, in a negative way, that becomes disrespectful to us. And other people look at us disrespectful because of the fact that we're disrespecting yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's our next one that we're
Start conversations gently.
start conversation? What's a good way to start a conversation, Jen?
Um,
There you go. That's a good way to start a conversation. A nice kiss.
yeah,
Okay. I just had to throw that one.
yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And this is how you start a conversation gently.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, babe,
Mm-hmm.
I know you're having a good old time with those sounds, right? With your new toy.
Mm-hmm.
That is really great.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the perfect time to use that? Perfect situation.
Right now, while we're on the show, of course.
So,
what did you think?
so what makes this the perfect time?
Because of the fact that you just got this and thought what you said was funny. That's why, of course. Now you don't want me to push the 666 one.
And
No.
you know, folks, do you notice how I keep smiling?
Exactly, but really inside she's this way.
She's not.
Oh my goodness. I just love this. I love it. And we love you too.
Absolutely.
Communication. Start conversation gently. And sometimes, gently could be. I won't get back to the mic because some people have never really talked in a silly, in a funny, even a gentle way
Right.
at all. So if you out there who hasn't, some of us guys haven't, we're usually, deep throated or want to make sure we're rough when we talk.
Just grumble.
Yeah, well, mainly we talk to a woman like it's another man.
Yeah.
And you want to have a chance to feel and speak in more of a softer way, but you can't really do it. But hey, I can be silly. I can be clownish like. I can be comedian like. I know somebody right now on this very channel who's like that. I won't mention who you are, but you know who you are, dude. Because that's one of the things he uses a lot. Then, and a lot of us love all comedians too.
Mm-hmm.
I think about Bertie Mac.
Yeah.
I'll cut you down to the white meat.
Yeah.
Wish I had that as a button too.
I bet you do. I'm glad you do.
But anyway, we love that comedian side because of the fact that it's a way to keep us lighthearted, a way of keeping up things seriously.
Yes.
And many times we'll be more comedian to folks that don't deserve to have us being comedian like to them than we do our own relationship. But if our relationship is comfortable and balanced enough, that person is not going to think that you're laughing at them. Is not going to in turn think that you're trying to make fun of them. Hopefully, they're going to think, as they should be, that you are laughing with them, and they're laughing with you too.
The thing is, though, when you do that, you're going to have to make sure that they understand where you're coming from and that you understand some of their triggers, because they may have a trigger where, they take it the wrong way. So you have to make sure that you do that with respect. How do
you do something like this? So how would you do that in a relationship? It would turn out being some kind of respect that someone would expect in a relationship. Tell me, how is that done? Don't push the button again. I know. It's a pretty boy button.
Which button was that?
Because it was a pretty boy button.
I really want to push that button. Can I push that button?
Okay, push it again.
Was it this one?
Yes. Oh.
Okay.
That's wrong. Right?
So this is when you decide, if you can't beat them, join them.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad you didn't want to do this before. Ooh. Twice. Oh my goodness. I'm a glut for punishment.
Well, see, it doesn't have to be on the cheek. It could be one of those love pats.
Oh, love pats on the back end. Like sometimes it's all right for you to do with your mate. Give her a good love pat in the back.
Or him.
Well, he's got to have some too. But anyway, that's important.
It doesn't really matter.
Anyway, keep it light. Keep your relationship sometimes lighthearted. Keep it so that you two feel good about being with one another. You don't always have to be serious, especially when talking about parts of that conversation that we're talking about, right? Okay.
Yeah. And make sure that the tone of the conversation is the right tone, because the tone of the conversation often determines its outcome. gentle starts help avoid triggering defensiveness or conflict. If you just come in and you start going at, this morning, you blah, 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 you're going to automatically set the tone of defensiveness.
Yeah.
Automatically, your partner is going to say, okay, wait a minute. Let me put my armor on.
Yes.
And when I put my armor on,
And
I'm getting ready.
It's not going to be an armor of love.
No, it isn't. It's not going to be an armor of let me tear down the mountains, because you're building up a barrier. You're not going to be tearing down another one at the same time. And so, you're getting ready for the battle because you've got to protect yourself, or that's how you feel. So you want to come at somebody. You can be so mad, say your partner was ironing your shirt, ironed your shirt, hung it up. And then when you got ready to put it on, as you're getting ready to run out the door, late for work almost, you put it on and you realize that there's a scorched spot on the sleeve of your shirt. And you can come and say, sweetheart, I need you to help me find another shirt real quick. This one, you kind of burn the sleeve. Or you can say, look at my shirt. I can't wear it now. What were you thinking? And throw it at her or whatever.
And then lift up your head and go, this slapping twice.
You and the slapping.
You wanted to do that. That burnt in your shirt, because you were talking about you. I don't know. But anyway, I could have been. And you wanted to slap him. Oh, me. I mean, slap.
I have never
burned
a shirt.
And dignified.
Yeah, exactly.
You're so dignified.
Never burned a shirt.
Look how dignified you are. Okay.
And when somebody says what they have never done,
right.
They have at least once.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have done that, but I'm just saying it's how you approach.
Yeah.
The person approaching sensitive topics with care and kindness fosters a constructive, non-confrontational environment where both partners can feel safe expressing themselves. And that's the thing that you need to be concerned about and consider when you are having, when you're communicating with your partner. Make sure that you are creating a safe environment for the discussion.
Yes.
Because if your partner feels threatened, there's not going to be any discussion.
No.
If your partner feels attacked, there's not going to be any discussion. If you approach it in such a way that you've thrown somebody off, the discussion is going to be off, and nobody is going to feel safe. You both have to feel safe. Even in your anger, you have got to make sure that you are helping to maintain a safe environment. And safe conversational environment.
Exactly. A safe conversational environment, non-confrontational environment. Both of them. So, I don't want to harp it, because I know we're not going to finish this one, because we got about, you got 4 minutes. We might be able to. I do know in a lot of our relationships, especially as Black folks relationship, we do not necessarily always make in our relationships safe. We don't. The idea of being safe is, well, you're not going to get to hear the world is rough enough. It is tough times right now. So don't even think about trying to go out of the way to the process of thinking you're going to be safe when you come home. It is what it is. And so we may think we're going to try tough love. We may think we're going to try, I don't give a F love on both sides.
Yeah.
Because many times, and I'm talking about now, relationships are not operating in a balanced, healthy way.
Right.
Because that's the reality. We know we're talking to some people out there like that. They are operating in survival mode. So it's you against me and me against you. And if you're not giving me what I want, saying what I want, I'm against you. And I'm going to get mine before you get me.
Yes.
So this idea of being safe, like, man, that ain't happening. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. And it's hard when you hear somebody say, the world is against me and you're against me too.
Yeah. Or I'm sleeping with my enemy.
Yes. That sets up a very unsafe environment, because at that point, the other person does not feel valued at all,
No, no.
does not feel respected at all.
How
And
could
the
they?
conversation is no longer gentle.
Think about it. How could they? I mean, how
Yes.
could they? And most of all, why would they?
Yes.
Why
And,
would
and
they?
you have to take into consideration how you're hurting the other person
Mhm.
when you say things like that or you do things like that. And you also have to say, we're supposed to be friends.
Mm-hmm.
Would I say that to a friend of mine?
Would you?
No,
No, you should.
no.
You should. No, you should in turn say something that's going to make them feel uplift, feel good, or soothe their sorrow
Hmm.
if something is going around. Don't take your time out to do this instead. Just sleep on them. I mean, how many times you've seen people when you're talking to them, they ain't paying attention to you at all. They sleep on you. You look in their eyes, but they say the lights on, but what?
Nobody's.
Oh, she looks like she almost did that to me a few minutes ago. No.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, we're getting ready to end the show. We're so glad that everyone is joining us, and hopefully you enjoyed our toy and was playing with what we were playing with today.
Us.
Okay, it was me. It was definitely me playing with that toy, but I enjoyed myself. So, what are you going to say as we end our show? Where we're probably going to have to do the rest the next time around. Too,
Yes,
okay?
next week we will. And in the meantime, if you are needing couples coaching,
Mm-hmm.
please reach out to us at takingthetourneytogether@gmail.com or give us a call at 786-763-1324.
Yeah, we'll let it run to the bottom right there until we end the show, and that's where it goes. Take care. God bless.